In a bustling little town, there was an old man named Mr. Jenkins, known for his strange stories and even stranger pets. One day, he announced that he had adopted a new cat, an invisible one. The townsfolk were intrigued and skeptical, but Mr. Jenkins insisted it was true. "Come by my house," he said, "and you'll see, or rather you won't see, my invisible cat, Whiskers." Curious and eager for some entertainment, the townspeople gathered at Mr. Jenkins's home. He led them into his cozy living room and pointed to an empty chair. "There she is, Whiskers, resting after a long day of invisibility." The crowd stared at the chair. Some squinted, others leaned in. But of course there was nothing to see. A brave little boy asked, "If she's invisible, how do you feed her?" Mr. Jenkins smiled and said, "With invisible cat food, of course. It's quite expensive, but worth every invisible penny." The crowd chuckled, though still not entirely convinced. Then Mr. Jenkins reached down, pretended to scratch behind Whiskers' invisible ears, and made a soft purring sound. "She loves that," he said. Just then the family dog burst into the room, barking wildly at the chair. The townspeople gasped. Was the dog actually seeing Whiskers? Mr. Jenkins nodded sagely. "See? Even Rufus knows she's there." The crowd left, half amused, half bewildered. From that day on, the tale of the invisible cat spread far and wide. Some believed it, some didn't. But one thing was certain. Mr. Jenkins and his invisible cat had made the town a little more interesting. And as for Whiskers, well, let's just say she enjoyed all the attention. Invisibly, of course.